So now we're going to look at how you multiply a decimal by a decimal using models and what happens to the size of our product in that process. So let's take a look at this first problem, 4/10 times 3/10. So to multiply that, I'm going to first shade in 4/10 on my decimal grid. Here's 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. That'll represent the first factor in my expression. So now that I've taken 4/10, I need to take 3/10 of that 4/10. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another color. I'm going to grab blue in this instance, and I'm going to shade in 3/10 of this 4/10. And I'm going to do it across. So here's 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. And if you notice, there's an area on my decimal grid that's changed color, and it appears green on the screen. And that entire area that overlapped represents my product. So if I look at 4/10 times 3/10, and I look at the area where they overlap, and I count each and every one of those little squares, which represent a hundredth, I will find my product. So I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 5, 6, 7, 800, 9, 10, 11, 12 hundredths. So my answer, 4/10 times 3/10, or my product, I should say, in this instance, is 12 hundredths. And if you notice, the size of this product is much smaller than the factors that you started with. And that's because you're taking a part of another part, and you're multiplying decimals, which are pretty much equal to fractions. So when you're taking a fraction of a fraction or a part of a part, you're always going to end up with a smaller value. Let's see if that's true in this next instance. So for this other problem, we have 5/10 times 7/10. So first, what's my first step? I'm going to shade in my 5/10. Here's 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, and 5/10. And now I'm going to take 7/10 of that 5/10. So I'm going to shade in 7/10 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7/10 right there. So now, how do I find my product? Well, I look at the area that overlaps. And in this case, it's the area that's shaded in green. So I look, and I see how many hundredths I have shaded in. And sometimes it's easier. Think of it as an array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundredths up here. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hundredths here. So if I multiply 5 hundredths and 7 hundredths, I end up with an array of 35 hundredths. So my product in this case, or for this expression, would be 35 hundredths. And if you notice here, my product is much smaller than what I started with. Hey, are you making another connection too? 4/10 times 3/10 equals 12 hundredths. My product got smaller. But wait, this also reminds me of a whole number expression. 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So it's interesting how the whole number expression is related to this decimal expression. And if that's true, if I look at this as whole numbers, 5 times 7, 5 times 7 is equal to 35. So it's interesting how 5/10 times 7/10 is equal to 35 hundredths. So you can start making those connections when you multiply decimals.